Nice pile of stones.
Oh, it's not just stones, Ray. An Inukshuk embodies a human spirit. You know, think of it as a message center that can tell you about the depth of the snow, or the directions to the mainland, or where the best seals are.
Great, if I ever need a seal, I'll know where to come. And all my friends have been asking, Ray, where do you get all those seals?
What are you saying?
In my opinion, if you give another country a gift, you give them something practical, like when we gave you those assault rifles.
Hey, nice pile of rocks.
Oh, it's not just rocks, Lieutenant. An Inukshuk embodies...
Fraser. Everything seems to be in order, which means we have about 10 minutes until the official dedication.
All right, I'm gonna check out my podium.
I'm gonna go pick up some green food thing.
I'm gonna go get a cup of coffee.
Dave.
Such a big deal.
Kate doesn't want to work for you anymore.
Just getting into some other work is all.
This doesn't happen to me!
I'm in love with her. Love.
This is crap. Will you leave us alone? We got nothing more to say. I don't give a damn what you gotta say. Got that? No! There's a goddamn word I gotta say. The hell with you, man? Stop it! Somebody stop it! No!
Stop it! Mike, please!
Police officer!
Is that your purse?
Yeah, absolutely. Use it to carry stuff. Look, you put stuff in your pockets, you get unsightly bulges in your pants, right? Well, maybe you don't know about that. All right, I come quietly.
All right, everybody back up, please. Show's over. Show's over. We got an ambulance coming.
There's not much I can do for him.
Try mouth to mouth.
I wasn't insinuating my skills were inadequate, detective. The man simply happens to be dead.
Hey. Who's that?
Purse snatcher. Who's this?
Dead guy. He did it.
She did it.
They both did it. Neither of the suspects have any ID, and they haven't given us their names yet. I got Jack and Dewey questioning them, and we're running their prints.
Are they talking?
Not yet.
That figures. Victim's name was Mike Bennett. Probably connected.
A mob thing.
Hasn't been nailed with anything, but the guys at organized crime are checking with the feds.
What about the witnesses?
Other than 6 people who swear to Mountie did it, nobody saw anything.
Oh, that's great. 200 people stand next to a guy who gets stabbed and nobody sees a damn thing.
Well, that's not entirely true, Lieutenant. At least 3 people did. You're all trained observers.
Oh, well, we'll soon see. Let's get our statements down. What is this? Nobody works around here?
They're all at the mall questioning blind people.
Fraser, how about you take down our 3 statements?
I'm not sure he can do that in any official capacity.
He can take notes, can he?
Well, yes, sir. In 2 official languages, 3 forms of shorthand, Cantonese, Inuktitut.
How about English?
Oh, yes, of course.
Great. You're deputized.
You know you're not doing yourself any good here. Least you can do is tell me your name.
I want to phone a lawyer.
A lawyer's no good. You want to help yourself? You talk to me. I'm the only guy that can do you any good.
I have the right to remain silent.
Yeah, but if you're innocent, you'd be a lot smarter to tell me what happened.
Just get me a lawyer.
You're making a big mistake.
I got the right to remain silent, and I'm using it.
I know what I saw, Constable Fraser.
Yes, sir.
The 3 of them were at the table. They were having an argument.
She wants out of it. You understand?
The older man was rather nasty and aggressive.
This for real?
The young couple tried to get away, the older man pursued them, there was a scuffle, and the woman stabbed the older man.
You're absolutely sure?
Absolutely, positively sure. I know what I saw. The young guy did it. The 3 of them were sitting at this table, and they were fighting over the girl.
This hurts like hell.
Don't you get it? She's in love with me.
And then the young guy stuck a knife in the old guy.
And you saw this?
Look, Fraser, I know what I saw. This guy Bennett is a hard guy. What we have here is a mob thing. 2 scumbags set up a 3rd. The 3 of them were sitting at a table. They were trying to get out of some deal.
It's over.
This for real?
You don't get to decide anymore, Mike.
She sets the old guy up so the young guy can get a good shot at him. Well, do our statements agree?
Well, there are certain areas of congruence. Some of them significant, but on balance, not even remotely.
Delbert, scram. All right, what do you got?
Forensics on the murder weapon.
And?
It's a murder weapon.
Very impressive. Constable, you get the door, please. How about prints?
They're unusable.
All right, we got a problem here, and we got to solve this problem right now. The only evidence we have are our statements, and those statements do not match. Now, we don't get together on this, and 2 killers walk.
One killer.
Constable, will you help me on this?
Yes, sir. To summarize, Ray believes that the young man was the killer. Inspector Thatcher believes the young woman was the killer, and you, Lieutenant, believe that they both conspired to do the killing together.
All right. So we'll go with my version. That way we don't risk anybody getting away.
Well, we do, however, risk incarcerating an innocent person.
Well, that's the court system, Fraser. We arrest them, the judges sort them out.
But she had nothing to do with it, Lieutenant. I mean, she was probably the cause of it.
Oh! I see. Just because she's a woman, she can't be the killer. She can only be the motive.
Oh, it's good to be the motive. Very good to be the motive.
She's not the motive. She's the killer.
She's not the killer.
She's the killer.
She's not the killer. She is not the killer.
Enough! We got to start right back at the beginning here. Francesca!
Right here.
Oh!
Oh, sorry.
Francesca.
All right, lay it out.
You know, Lieutenant Welsh, my cousin Jenny works in an office where they have a cappuccino machine.
Cappuccino machine.
Well, you see, the reason I mention this at all is because our coffee is a revolting sludge that could probably kill an ox at 100 paces. And I just really think that a cappuccino machine would boost the morale of the entire station. What do you think?
I think this is a police station. It is not a social club.
It would probably improve your temper, too.
Get a longer shirt.
Bye, Fraser.
Francesca.
All right, people. Where did we first notice them?
They're at the table and they're having an argument.
Right, which puts them right there. And we can assume, since they're having an argument, that they know each other.
Of course they know each other. It's Bennett's wife or girlfriend.
How would you know that?
Body language.
Body language. Can we confine ourselves to facts, Detective?
Body language happens to be a fact that I am particularly sensitive to.
All right, we've established that they know each other and they were arguing. We also agree upon the fact that they were seated at this table and the young couple gets up and walks this way. What else?
Then there was the purse snatching, which occurred right here in front of the Inukshuk. I then launched off in pursuit of the suspected felon.
Right, which removes Fraser from then on. What else? We boring you, Detective?
No, I just see it better this way.
Probably the way you saw it in the first place.
What exactly do you see?
Well, mostly everybody's watching Fraser. These guys over here are getting pretty loud, so I think there's gonna be a fight. So I look over there.
Nobody walks out on me. Nobody.
And sure enough, Bennett grabs the young guy. He's trying to be threatening, but it's kind of pathetic, really.
He's not pathetic, he's brutal. He did the grabbing, you admit that.
I admit that he did the grabbing, but the way that he did it was pathetic.
And you got this from the body language, Ray?
Exactly.
All right, can we all at least agree on the fact it was the old guy who grabbed the young guy?
And you saw this, Lieutenant?
Sure. I mean, except for the body language part. I mean, this guy Bennett has to be a tough guy. Why would these two people come in and whack him?
These two people didn't whack him, the woman did it.
It was the young guy.
It was both of them.
It was the woman.
It was
Both
the young
of-
guy.
It was the woman.
Hi, Fraser.
Francesca?
State's Attorney Kowalski's here.
The Bennett stabbing. What do you expect me to do with this mess?
Hi, Stella.
Back off, Ray.
Well, for a start, how about we press charges against the killers?
By killers, you mean the two suspects you seem incapable of identifying?
We're not incapable. We got the guy suspect. We got his ID off his fingerprints right here.
You just forgot to tell me that?
No, I assumed you were busy.
Oh, yeah, I was busy. I was busy on this case. And when I'm busy on a case, I like to know about these little details that come up. They're very interesting to me.
You know, you don't have to bite my head off. And if you had access to better coffee, you probably wouldn't want to.
What is the name, Franny?
It's on the pop sheet there.
You mean rap sheet.
Okay, rap. Pop. Country. Classical.
Keith
Ska,
Warren,
reggae.
A.K. Keith Earl, A.K. Warren Earl. B&E, car theft. It's mostly juvenile stuff.
Do you have any other evidence I should know about?
What, other than the fact that they were standing right beside him when he killed over with a knife in his guts?
Cut the sarcasm, Ray.
Okay.
So the three of you were there and you didn't see anything?
Actually, ma'am, we have three very clear statements.
Right, we're still working through the evidence.
Yes, the evidence.
Which we're working through.
Yes.
That's it.
Pretty much.
Pretty much.
That's about it.
Let's just see if I've got the full picture here. You've got two mute suspects, 100 witnesses, none of whom can identify them, no motive, and the three of you apparently were in different time zones when the crime occurred. It's amazing you can keep your jobs. These suspects will lawyer up soon. Then you'll get hit with a police harassment suit. So if you don't come up with something solid, I can't back you. You've got an hour and a half, and I cut them loose.
What does that body language tell you?
We're sinking.
We're sunk.
You ever knock? Simple. You make a fist, and you hit the door.
Excuse me, if you don't want the FBI file.
Hold it.
Trade. File. Cappuccino machine.
Look, cops are supposed to drink bad coffee. We're programmed to drink bad coffee. This place would fall apart without bad coffee.
You don't know what you're missing. Hi, Fraser.
Francesca.
All right, here we go. Guy Bennett was into everything. Prostitution, numbers, extortion, gambling. This guy right here, Louis Three Lips Ricchetti. He's Bennett's brother-in-law. He's got a record as long as your arm. Johnny the Worm Maggot. He's second in command. Feds believe he takes care of the whole drug side of the operation.
Okay, so he's got a suspect source of income, and he knows a bunch of guys with stupid nicknames. So what?
So these creeps that we got here, they were part of the operation. They figure Bennett's getting a little slow, so they whack him.
Just because he's a career criminal doesn't mean that's why they murdered him.
Occupational homicide. Happens every day.
At the post office, maybe. You really think that this was a hit?
Why not?
Because it's brainless. Two guys sit down. Hey, let's stab a guy in broad daylight with 100 witnesses.
Maybe they're so smart they do something stupid. Anybody ever think of that?
Could you elucidate, sir?
No, not since the late 60s.
That's Canadian for explain.
Oh, all right. These guys want to whack somebody. They think we're smart, and they think we're onto all the smart ways to do it. So they do it dumb. All right? Now, we think they can't possibly be that dumb, so we're dumb and we let them go. But if we're smart, we realize they did it stupid because they're so smart, and we put them away. Very simple.
I see. The double bluff. Or is that a triple bluff?
Well, it doesn't matter. The point is...
The point is, she's still standing in the shopping mall with a bloody dagger in her hand.
Did you actually see the knife in her hand?
Well, no, but I was a little distracted. Constable Fraser was running after the shoplifter. You know, the uniform, the motion, the legs, driving like pistons, pumping like steel. Something red going fast always draws the eye.
I know exactly what you mean.
I doubt it. Nevertheless, this was obviously not a crime of logic. It was a crime of passion.
Oh, like in Sword of Desire. It's this great book I'm reading about this guy who has this huge
Franny, never mind.
problem because he's dating this woman who he's in love with, but she's not really in love with him.
That's not it at all. She's involved with the older man. Perhaps even married to him. Maybe loves him. But let's say he's cold and unfeeling. He treats her badly. Probably abuses her.
Wait a minute. What are you basing this on?
From what I heard and what I saw.
What I heard and what I saw. Who are you, Sherlock Holmes?
You're a laugh riot detective. But if you had looked, you would have seen that she wore Cartier earrings mounted in rose gold and uncultured black pearls. Exactly the kind of gift an older man might give to buy affection and excuse his guilty conscience.
Wow, that is one talkative necklace. But did you look at the hand? Because if you did, you would have seen she was wearing the young guy's school ring, which means she was going out with the creep.
They're all creeps. She could have stole the jewelry from her grandmother. She could have lifted the ring from her brother.
She and the young man were friends.
Lovers.
Friends.
Lovers.
It is possible for a man and a woman to develop a personal platonic relationship based on friendship, a shared sense of values and mutual respect.
Yeah, on Mars, maybe.
Oh, no, here on Earth as well, Ray. I think it happens all the time.
Doesn't sound like much fun to me.
She met the young man.
How'd she meet him?
It doesn't matter how she met him. Maybe he was her delivery boy. Maybe he was her plumber. Maybe he was...
Wait, her pool boy! Yes, like in The Sword of Desire. Well, okay, the guy in The Sword of Desire wasn't really the pool boy. He was actually...
An English lord.
An English lord?
All right, he's her pool boy. He meets her. He sees her with the older man, but he knows how terrible he is for her. He also knows she could never face him alone, so...
She wants out of it, you understand? It's over.
This for real?
He looked at the young man first. Then he pulled his hand away from the young woman. No, that's wrong. He yanked it away harshly. It was like he was blaming Pool Boy for coming between the two of them. Harshly.
It's him, isn't it? You couldn't do any better than a pool boy? This doesn't happen to me.
You don't get to decide anymore, Mike.
She doesn't love you.
He grabbed her hand. Hard, hurting her. She could feel his brutality.
I'm taking you home.
Pool Boy couldn't stand to see it. He gripped my card and yanked her away.
We're leaving now, Mike.
This is stupid.
Oh, quiet, Ray.
I mean, why is he doing all this if nothing's going on?
Because he's giving of himself.
He's a maroon.
Pool boy?
Please, Mike.
You're my property. Nobody takes nothing away from me.
Come on, let's get out of here.
Can't you hear anything I say?
The hell with you.
Kill you, punk!
I could never let him hurt you. Never. Not after.
Sir? Sir?
Not after what?
I think Inspector Thatcher's referring to an incident on a train.
Fraser,
Understood.
what I'm trying to say is that it is possible to feel so strongly for another person that you would do anything to protect them. Even kill for them.
Yes. She killed to protect Pool Boy because he was protecting her. Oh, man. This is even more beautiful than Sordid Desire.
They've lawyered up.
You've kept my client here for hours without any charges. She would like to leave. And unless you can think of a damn good reason why she shouldn't, we're out of here.
Your client has yet to identify herself to us, Ms. Madison.
Judy Cates, a second-year student at the University of Chicago. Her parents are on their way in from California. Her father is a senior VP at Vetro Camp. Her mother is a federal magistrate in California. No doubt they will demand that their daughter receive full protection under the law, not the kind of kangaroo court procedure you seem to practice here.
Are you suggesting that money and privilege can buy justice?
You from another country?
Yes, I am, ma'am. My name is Constable Benton Fraser, Royal Canadian Mounted Police. I first came to Chicago on the trail of the killers of my father, and for reasons that don't need exploring at this juncture, I've remained attached as liaison officer with the Canadian Consulate.
You got a punk kid in the next room with a long sheet. Do yourself a favor. Go pick on him.
Ms. Madison, are we to assume then that Ms. Cates was not involved in an abusive relationship with Mr. Bennett and that she did not kill Mr. Bennett in an effort to protect the younger man, sometimes referred to as Pool Boy, otherwise known as Keith Warren?
You from another planet?
No, ma'am. Planet Earth.
Let's go talk to the kid.
You're right.
What did you say?
She didn't say anything. Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
No, I heard something.
I did it. I killed him.
It was like he said. He grabbed Keith, I took out the knife, and I just stabbed him.
I'd advise you not to say another word, Judy.
It doesn't matter.
I can't represent you if you will not take my advice.
Then don't represent me. That doesn't matter either.
Fine. If that's your decision.
Miss Cates, I think it's a good idea you got yourself another lawyer.
Why? I killed him. I wasn't thinking. I was scared.
Mike was your boyfriend, right?
I was slumming.
And what about Keith?
He's just a guy Mike knows. He was helping me out.
May I ask you, where did you carry the knife?
In my pocket.
In the pocket of your jeans? Would you mind demonstrating using this pen?
I don't understand.
Oh, well, just put this where you had the knife. Good. Now, could you pull it out as you did when you stabbed Mike? Thank you kindly.
May I ask where you got your jewelry?
It was a gift from my parents. Why?
I like jewelry.
All right, have a seat. And let's start all over again at the beginning.
I love you, Fraser.
And are you ready?
No, not literally. I mean, symbolically or something.
No, I know. Thank you.
I knew that Thatcher's story was a crock, but that bit with the jeans, wow, that cinched it. I mean, she couldn't get that knife out of her jeans with a can opener.
No, she did seem to have a lot of difficulty with it. Although it's not unusual for people to perform amazing physical feats when they're under emotional stress. As a matter of fact, it reminds me of a fur trapper.
Hey, are you gonna tell me a long story about this trapper, Eskimo Joe, and how he could throw a grizzly bear over his head with one hand?
Well, that sounds highly improbable, Ray. No. The story that I'm thinking of involves an elephant seal and a man named Tim. He didn't so much as throw it.
Save the seals.
Understood.
What, reinforcements?
Kid's not saying anything.
Yeah, so let's get him into a cell or something. I can't wait around here all day while you guys decide what to do.
You are?
Penny Morton, Public Defender's Office. You gonna charge him or what?
Gonna cut him loose. Girlfriend just confessed to the whole thing.
She did?
Yes.
You're kidding. You mean he didn't do it?
You seem surprised.
Surprised? I'm buffaloed. I see 20 people a day. They always did it. You really innocent?
Wait a second. This is some cop trick, right?
Well, kid, you get to walk, huh?
There's no way she confessed.
Cross my heart.
It's true.
Hey, if Fraser says it, it's true. Mounties can't lie.
Cut him loose, Huey. So long, kid.
You guys are so stupid.
Oh, yeah?
Because I did it. I killed Bennett.
I knew it.
So did I.
Kid said he worked for Bennett. Said he killed him over some financial disagreements.
He also claims Ms. Cates had nothing to do with it.
And she said he had nothing to do with it.
Which supports my version of the story.
Story, that's a good word for it. She lives in a dormitory, gets her jewelry from her parents, doesn't have a pool, let alone a pool boy.
She gave a perfectly good confession.
So did my guy.
But the problem is we now have two confessions.
Of course, I've been saying it all along. They are covering for each other.
Well, they're in love. Naturally, they're gonna cover for each other because that's what passion does. So let's say she's married to the guy.
Oh, married? She lives in a dormitory.
Okay, she's the girlfriend.
Exactly. He was mistreating her.
No, he was crazy about her. He loves her. She had this sweet breath that would start the windmills turning on one of those old Dutch paintings.
This hurts like hell. I gave you everything. This does not happen to me.
It's over, Mike. You don't get to decide anymore.
Don't you get it? She's in love with me. She's dumping you. Come on, let's get out of here. Judy, please. Don't listen to him. He's not right for you. Will you leave us alone? She doesn't want you anymore.
I want to hear that from her lips.
Mike, just let it go.
Is this about kids? Is that what this is about? Because I can wait. And you can get your career set up, and we can have kids later. Lots of them. So it's about kids, doesn't matter. They argued, the kid skewered the old guy, a love triangle, oldest motive in the world.
No, hold on. How do kids fit into this?
I don't know. It might have been part of their problem.
No, I think it's part of your problem.
What problem?
The problem to put your marriage in the dumpster.
What does that have to do with this?
Ray, if I may, I think what the lieutenant is suggesting, and this is by no means uncommon amongst police officers, you may be projecting some of your own life, some of your personality into your deductions about the criminals.
That's exactly what I'm suggesting. You two keep looking for things that aren't there, like passion and romance. Forget about it. They don't exist. This world is full of creeps. And there were three of them standing right here. It's a real simple story. You got two scumbags taking down another. Just like this.
Are you saying they both had their hands on the knife?
Who cares? Look, you load a gun, you cock the trigger, you give the gun to Thatcher, she uses it on Fraser. I find out your hand was on the gun, you both go away.
I would never shoot a fellow officer.
That's because you never had Ray working on you. You changed your tune.
What?
Hey, I'd shoot you.
The examiner's report on Bennett?
Oh, may I?
Anytime.
Let me guess. He was stabbed.
According to this document, yes. Interesting.
What?
The knife hit him with great force, cracked 2 of his ribs. Also, the angle of entry is very interesting.
Yeah, well, it's all very interesting. It still doesn't tell us whose hand was on the knife.
Quite right, Lieutenant. You know, there is a technique that's often very effective in situations similar to this where precise recall is required.
What would that be?
Well, you might think that I have a hole in my bag of marbles or that my elevator stops at the collarbone, but it's called hypnosis.
A mumbo jumbo voodoo jujitsu hocus pocus.
Oh, quite the contrary, Ray. It's a very effective technique. As a matter of fact, I've hypnotized myself on a number of occasions to aid in the recovery of information. Of course, one doesn't always remember what one told oneself in the hypnotic state, so a tape recorder is almost always necessary.
So what you're trying to say is maybe one of us could remember seeing the knife.
It is possible, yes.
Well, let's give it a shot.
Ah, well, good, sir.
No. Use it on him.
Ah, all right. Ray?
No, I'd love to, Fraser, but I got bad eyes.
Oh, okay, do it on me.
Francesca, you weren't there.
Oh. Well, does that matter?
Oddly, yes.
Oh.
Inspector?
Anything to get me out of here.
Now, Inspector, I want you to relax and follow the loony. Imagine you're watching a majestic herd of caribou thundering across a snowy wilderness, the wind whipping at your face. Long ago, you lost all sensation in your feet, the icy fingers of hypothermia.
Fraser, that's not relaxing.
It's not?
No.
Oh.
Recite the administration manual.
It is the duty of all members who are peace officers, subject to the orders of the commissioner, to perform those duties that are assigned to them as peace officers in relation to the preservation of peace, the prevention of crime, and of offenses against the laws of Canada, and good. Now, Inspector, I want you to go back a few hours. You will find yourself in the mall.
Oh, good. I love shopping.
Nice pile of rocks.
Oh, dear. Ray? When you hear me say the word cauliflower.
Cauliflower.
So you hypnotized all of us?
Yes, and I apologize. It would appear that the administration manual is a powerfully effective tool. I'll have to remember it for next time.
Fraser, by any chance, did I happen to reveal my innermost personal thoughts?
No.
Did you get anything on me?
Well, it would appear that you were abducted by aliens at the age of 10.
Yeah, but did you get anything important?
Other than that, no.
How about the knife?
Unfortunately, none of you actually saw the knife in anyone's hand.
Great technique, Fraser.
Well, I did discover that there was a fourth man seated at the table.
That's better. What'd he look like?
Unfortunately, Inspector Thatcher is the only one who saw him, and she didn't get a particularly clear look. There is, however, another technique I think we could employ to find out who he was.
Something like reverse psychological brainwashing.
No, we'll just ask.
Who was the fourth man?
Excuse me, this is still my case. Go ahead, answer a question.
Who's sitting at the table with you, Mike, and Pool Boy?
That was just one of Mike's goons.
Goons.
Yes. He always had a couple of those guys with him. Bodyguards.
Real effective ones, too.
Maybe they just got distracted by the purse snatcher.
You know, your boyfriend confessed. Said you didn't have anything to do with it.
I had everything to do with it. It was all my idea. I just wanted to get him out of it.
Out of his criminal involvement with Mike.
Yes. Keith's a really great guy. He just never got a break. And then he got involved with Mike. And I just thought that we could go and ask. But they just started fighting. It wasn't his fault. Mike was crazy.
That's why Keith killed him? Okay, so I got the motive a little wrong.
A little?
Well, at least I got the killer right. What does that mean,
Nothing.
Oh, no. That means something. You don't go saying for nothing. That's some sort of Canadian thing, isn't it? He knows something he's not saying, right?
What does that mean?
Nothing.
I think we should perhaps get Keith's version of the story.
Perhaps.
So that's it. We went together to tell Mike I quit. Mike went crazy. I know it looks bad, but she was scared. She didn't mean to kill him.
Wait a minute. You're saying she killed him?
Yeah. Well, if she told you the whole story, I guess there's nothing else I can do. You know I wouldn't kill him.
You wouldn't kill him.
With this guy right there, what do you think? I'm nuts?
Who was the bodyguard?
Look, I'm a small timer. I know nothing.
Sorry.
Great. Each one now says the other one did it.
Well, we are making some progress. At least we know why they were there.
Oh, that's a big help.
I think he's stonewalling on the other guy at the table. He has to know a name.
Well, very possibly, Ray, but he's obviously too frightened to talk.
That's great. So now we're at another dead end.
Not necessarily. I think it's time that we question the purse snatcher.
The purse snatcher. Why him?
Because I believe that the purse snatcher was the distraction.
What distraction?
Oh, Francesca, I wonder, would you be so kind as to find out what happened to the purse snatcher I apprehended earlier today?
Sure, you got it, Fraser.
Well, what do you got there?
Nothing.
Well?
Well, what?
Look, Fraser, you're making me nuts. You give me a hint here, I swear I'll clock you right.
Cauliflower?
I'm sorry, Fraser, for being so abrupt. I hope you will accept my heartfelt apology.
Certainly. Think nothing of it. It won't last long. Post-hypnotic suggestion rarely does, but it's kind of enjoyable, isn't it?
All right, cut the mumbo-jumbo. Answer the question.
Certainly. Your scenarios were all more or less correct. The corollary, or as you would put it, Lieutenant, the corollary, is that they were also all more or less wrong. Piecing together the fragments of the arguments you all heard, I think we can safely assume that the scenario went something like this.
This doesn't happen to me.
You don't have the right to decide what to do with his life.
And you do.
I'm in love with her.
Love? Crap. You love her all you want. You work for me.
But not anymore.
You all missed the fourth man.
This is crap.
But that wasn't entirely accidental. He didn't want to be noticed.
Will you leave us alone? We got nothing more to say.
I don't give a damn what you got to say. You owe me, kid, and when you owe me, I own you. You got that?
The fourth man left nothing to chance. The purse snatching was part of his cover, designed to distract everyone's attention at a crucial moment.
Stop him, somebody! Stop him!
Mike, why can't you just leave him alone?
Forget about it. I'm not coming back.
No! Can't you hear a damn thing I say?
The hell with you!
Stop it, Mike!
The fourth man was hiding behind the Inukshuk.
Are you saying that he threw the knife across the mall?
That sounds a bit far-fetched.
There's nobody who can throw a knife that accurately.
Well, actually, Lieutenant, one need only remember the 5 Ps. Proper preparation prevents poor performance.
I bet you couldn't do that twice.
I never gamble, Ray.
Hey, Frage, your purse snatcher just made bail. They let him out a couple minutes ago.
Hey, Dennis. Johnny. Get in the car, I'll give you a ride.
No thanks, Johnny. You know, I think I'll walk, right?
So get in the car.
Johnny!
I think he's got a gun.
Ray, have you considered contacts?
Too much fuss.
Stop, please!
Have you considered a gun?
Too many legalities.
Oh. Look, Fraser, just once, I would like to say, rack that bad boy and cover me. Ray!
Fraser!
Drop it, you got nowhere to go.
Use your gun!
I left it at the office.
Ray, use your gun!
Shut up!
Fraser, get out of here!
Fraser! You put a cap in. No.
I don't think he will, Ray.
Don't think I'll shoot?
Oh, I think he'll shoot, but I think you'll discover you've spent all your ammunition.
It's a standard 9 rounds.
I counted 8 rounds.
I heard 7!
There were 6.
7! 8! 7! 8!
What do you think you're doing, Ray?
You committed a murder. You used an Inukshuk as cover. That trespass will haunt you.
You judging me?
You violated a sacred thing.
Sure it's empty?
You sure it's not? Now I imagine you'll use your knife.
You want this knife?
I would appreciate it, yes.
Here, it's yours.
That was close.
On the ground. I will beat you to death with his empty gun.
Shut up! Lousy scum tries to kill me. Yeah, and he set me up on the other thing, too. I didn't know he was gonna kill Mike. Tells me it's like a little practical joke, right? I said, shut up! No, right, Johnny. Look, you try and kill me, I get you put away forever, all right?
Mob thing. So I had the big picture all along.
A pig's eye.
What's a pig got to do with it? I have no idea.
Hey. What's that on your lip?
Sweat.
What are these? If they're what I think they are, I am done.
Okay, the double cappuccinos are ready. The half-cap decafs are on their way. And I'm taking orders for the cafe lattes, which I recommend very highly.
Killer, I swear I will.
Fraser, I'll meet you at the car.
Yes, sir. I'll just collect my hat.
You sure called that wrong.
You called a lot of it right.
You think maybe I saw it a certain way because, me and Stella?
Well, we all have our perspectives, Ray. There's nothing wrong with that.
There is if you almost put the wrong person in jail.
Well, that's right, but we did find the truth. That's what counts.
Right.
Fraser,
Duty calls.
Bellows, more like.
Constable, I'm losing my patience. We need to get back to the consulate.
Eggplant.
Unless, of course, you'd like to stay and talk to your friend for a little while longer. In fact, why don't you stay as long as you'd like?
Thank you kindly, sir. Works?